What's going on? Welcome back to Blue Collar Reviews, the channel for the everyday man who wants the most bang for their buck. As I previously stated in the last video, we're going to start diving down the rabbit hole of shotguns. Probably one of the most prolific and highly effective weapon ever devised. But we're not going to start with something tactical. We're not going to start off with the modern whiz-bang technology. We're going to start off in the Wild West. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to present to you the Rossi Overland 12-gauge coach gun. And as we do before every video, let me get this disclaimer out. For the bots and manual reviewer, I am not selling any of the items on this video. There will be no live ammunition, so this weapon is YouTube compliant. This video is for documentary and educational purposes only. The Rossi Overland coach gun was manufactured in Brazil. It was imported from 1978 to 1994-ish time frame by Inner Arms. It's a modern rendition of the classic double barrel shotgun that everybody that has seen a John Wayne movie or anything Western automatically associates with Americana. But before we go on with this video, I'm going to go ahead and put y'all onto the cleaning mat so that way we can try and get an overhead view on everything before I dive further down this rabbit hole. All right, now we're back to the cleaning mat. Go ahead and start showing you from the front of the barrel to the rear. Please forgive me if I'm moving stuff around. If you hear any banging upstairs, that is the kids from the upstairs neighbors. The Overland shotgun sports a beaded front sight, 20-inch side-by-side 12-gauge shotgun barrels, exposed hammers, double set trigger, and if you note, there is no safety on these, which is what makes it a little bit more appealing to the collectors along with those who utilize this for sporting purposes. As for the chokes on the barrel, typically when they came to the country, they were either one improved cylinder bore, one modified. Mine is slightly different, and I will show you that right now. Unfortunately, I cannot show you how to disassemble this just because I don't want to mess with YouTube's guides and policies, but it's as simple as pressing a button and flipping over a switch. So let me do that real quick, and I will see you in a moment. All right, now that we have the shotgun disassembled, I want to go ahead and show you where you're going to find your markings to tell you what barrel constriction this is or what the choke is. If you were to actually look over here, you can see a F and an M. So that means my left side barrel is a full and the right side is modified. I can probably try to do the dime test on this, but I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that until I can actually go and shoot and test it to see if these were correct or did they get chopped down when they came into the country. But now that you've seen this, let me go ahead and reassemble it and see y'all in a moment. All right, all back together, and I brought out some snap caps so I can go ahead and show you this just so I don't have to dry fire it and possibly damage the weapon. I know it's okay to dry fire it once in a while, but it's better safe than sorry to have the snap caps. For those of you that have never actually utilized a side-by-side shotgun, typically, especially with the double set triggers, one will fire one barrel and one will fire the other. Paul Harrell, God miss that man, peace be upon him, had an old adage or saying, whichever you want to say, to designate which barrel is which. This is true for most shotguns, not all, so please bear in mind with me. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to open this up. I did not disassemble this, YouTube. This is how you're supposed to load it. So I'm going to go ahead and put one here, close it up, cock. Okay. And now for this, what Paul Harrell's saying was, if you're, what was it? Sorry. If you're not right in front, you'll be left behind. So that means this right barrel should be this front trigger. So let's test that. And he was right. So that means left barrel should be the rear trigger. So that's at least true for the Rossi. If you're not right in front, you'll be left behind. So that's good to know. And I'll go ahead and leave the snap caps in there just so you don't have to watch me crack it open and do everything else. But that does bring me to another point. Since this is an exposed hammer gun, you manually have to cock each hammer, which allows it to open much more easy compared to, let's say, your Stoger, which you have to break open and that actually cocks the hammers back. Which this is why it makes this more authentic and a little bit more desirable. And now that we've done that, let's go ahead and go over some quick history of the coach gun. This is more synonymous with the American Wild West. This was used by stagecoach guards. So if you bank with Wells Fargo, you ever wonder what that thing in the front is? That's a stagecoach. The guard would normally ride up in the front on the side, which, again, riding shotgun. This is what they would utilize to protect their, I guess, whatever they were carrying. So money, gold, passengers, what have you. They would have this because it was short, quick, handy, powerful, and it's an easy point and shoot weapon depending on who the bandits are in this scenario. Similar pieces have been used by the military and law enforcement throughout the years. There's not one town sheriff that probably didn't have a double barrel shotgun like this one. Or you can see pictures from the Civil War or even in the Western frontier where they were utilizing a double barrel shotgun for something. Now, why did I go with the Rossi versus anything else? Mostly that comes down to being a kid and watching YouTube and watching Iraq Veteran 8888. This was the favorite shotgun of Barry. And I know there's a lot of new viewers, a lot of new people on YouTube, but back in the day, Eric and Barry, those were the guys I learned a lot about milsurps from. Or Barry, he would be showing us how to do the cut shells, wax slugs, and this was his pet. This is what he loved to use, which I don't blame him. It's got fairly lightweight. The triggers aren't bad, and then it's just that classic Americana of a double barrel shotgun. As well as I got it is because I want to get back into cowboy action shooting. For those of you who don't know what cowboy action shooting is, that is the Single Action Shooting Society, which their competitors or shooters all dress up in Western regalia. There's different categories for this where you can do B Western movies, you can do authentic look-aparts, you can do standard modern ammo loadings, you can utilize black powder. If you want to do like wild bunch shooting, that's now a subcategory using military rifles. And typically, you're supposed to have a shotgun, double barrel, pump, lever action, a six shooter of some sort. Some people like to use Rugers, others like Uberti, Cimarrons, or actual Colts. And then you're supposed to have a lever action rifle. And that can vary depending on which area you actually plan on shooting in. But I digress. When I first started to shoot cowboy action, the shotgun I utilized was a Century Arms 1887 or PW87. Then I moved on to a 1897, and now I'm planning on utilizing a double barrel just to complete the trifecta at this point. And I could get a more modern double barrel, but I'm probably gonna be paying a lot more for that. Because for your Cimarrons or your CZ USA ones, they're gonna probably cost double, if not triple, what I paid for this one. In which fair market value, you're looking about 500 to 600 chicken nuggets. I lucked out, found this at a gun show for about 450 chicken nuggets. And again, everything overall does not scream that it was mishandled, misused. Yeah, there's some little wear marks, probably from being moved in and out of a safe. But overall, the bluing is still very nice, and the wood is in incredible shape. And now, like everything else, I have to mention pop culture. Sean Connery used a very similar shotgun to this one in The Untouchables. You would note because his was cut down to about here and here in that movie. I'm not going to repeat what he said in it just because there were some slurs in there, but I don't want to do that right now. Then if you watch Desperado or Once Upon a Time in Mexico, this is what Antonio Banderas used as his character. Again, same thing, just chopped down, but this is a full-size one for YouTube purposes. And then in 1883, the more modern uh, Western from Taylor Sheridan and his many amazing shows. This is what Cookie actually used in the show. Now, all that being said, and all my rambling abouts, would I recommend you getting the shotgun yet? Well, I can't recommend it yet. Because honestly, I bought this, I have not shot it yet. And of course, God forbid, my neighbors don't have their alarms going off. I plan on taking this to the range and actually not qualifying, excuse me. Ugh, that alarm just flustered me. I plan on taking this and all the other shotguns I have that will be showing in this series to the range and actually doing a patterning test at 10 yards, so that way it shows possibilities for home defense scenarios, along with going out to 25 yards and seeing what each barrel does on this particular one, as well as seeing what the other ones are capable of reaching, because some of them are cylinder bore modified or even full choke. But that's only if the weather holds out. We've been having a lot more rainstorms, some days are tornado warnings. Like today, it is beautiful outside, but yesterday it was raining cats and dogs. So when that video comes out, you will know. But in the meantime, I want to thank y'all for stopping by. On the next video, we'll be looking at the 1887, the very first shotgun that I actually went out and did cowboy action shooting with. And also, I want to say this, thank y'all for sticking around. And I implore you, please hit that like button, subscribe, share. Right now, the YouTube algorithm has been beating me up a lot more. So that would do me a lot. That would do me a huge favor. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all stay safe and have a good one.